Okay, let's be real. If you've ever typed how to invest in crypto into YouTube, you know exactly what happens next. It's just an avalanche of information, right? So today, we're going to try to cut through all that noise, bring a little order to the chaos.
I mean, where do you even start? Seriously, you've got these thumbnails screaming at you, promising you'll be a millionaire by next Tuesday. It's so easy to get completely lost before you've even clicked a single video.
And that's exactly what it feels like, doesn't it? A giant, super noisy maze. You've got hot takes over here, complicated charts over there, and a million so-called gurus all yelling at you. So with everyone having an opinion, how in the world do you find your way through?
Well, what if we tried a different approach? Instead of getting caught up in all the opinions, let's just look at the data. Let's try to see this whole thing a little more objectively. So here's the plan. We're not trying to figure out who's right or who's the best. Nope, we're just going to look at the raw numbers. We're asking a really simple question. Which channels about crypto investing have gotten the most views? Plain and simple. Who's captured the most eyeballs?
And let's be super clear about what most viewed means here. We're talking purely about viewership. That's it. This has nothing to do with who gives the best advice or who's the most accurate. It's just a measure of attention. It just tells us, where's the party? Where is everybody hanging out? For better or for worse?
Okay, and I really have to stress this part. This is not a list of recommendations. It is definitely not financial advice. Think of what we're doing here as creating a map, like a satellite view of the crypto YouTube space. We're just pointing out the biggest landmarks, the biggest cities. It's totally up to you to decide which places you want to go explore on your own.
All right, so with all that said, let's actually look at this map. Let's dive into the top 10 most viewed guides out there.
And here they are, the top 10. You can see the whole list right there. Coin Bureau, BitBoy Crypto, Altcoin Daily, Ivan on Tech, and so on. Now, what's really wild to think about is the sheer amount of influence on this list. Just based on views alone, these are the giants. These are the channels that are, in a big way, shaping how millions of people think about crypto.
There's this quote that I think fits perfectly here. The first step toward change is awareness. The second step is acceptance. And that's really what this is about, isn't it? The first step is just awareness. Just knowing who the biggest players are, understanding where the crowd is getting its info is honestly a massive first step to figuring this all out for yourself. And that awareness is so key, because this list isn't just one type of channel. Not at all. It's a whole mix of things. You've got channels that are all about daily news and what the market's doing right now. Then you have others that do these super deep dives into specific projects. Some are all about looking at charts, the technical stuff, while others are taking this big zoomed-out macroeconomic view of the world. It's a real mix.
Okay, so we've got our map, we know who the big names are. So what now? What do you actually do with this? Well, this is where your journey really begins. And this is maybe the most important thing I'll say today. This map, it's not the destination. It's just the starting line. Knowing who's popular isn't the end of your research. It's the very, very beginning. Think of this list as a launchpad for your own exploration.
So, what are your next steps? Well, here's a simple game plan. First, just explore. Pick a couple of channels from the list that seem interesting to you and just watch a few videos. See what their vibe is. Second, evaluate. And I mean really evaluate. Ask yourself tough questions. Does this make sense? Why are they saying this? What's in it for them? Third, and this one is so important, diversify. Please don't just stick to one channel. Find a few different voices, especially people who don't agree with each other. And finally, once you've done all that, then you can start to piece together your own well-informed opinion.
So, that's what we've got. We've shown you the map, we've shown you who has everyone's attention. Now, the ball's in your court. The power, and the responsibility, it's all yours now. So the real question we'll leave you with is this: who will you listen to?